Hello my loves, and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am so grateful that you are here. You know that I love celebrating the Sabbats of the year. Those are the equinoxes and the solstices, and then the points in between those holidays. And why I love it so much is because we all share the same position that we're at throughout the universe as the earth rotates around the sun. So I just feel like we need more of that unifying energy. And of course, these are considered more like witchy or pagan holidays. Honestly, I think they're the most ancient holidays that we have. Today we're talking about Beltane. The day may switch up each year just depending on different factors, but it's around May 1st and I'm actually recording it on Beltane this year. So this video is going to come out a few days afterwards, and that's okay. You don't have to celebrate it on that specific day. It's really about tuning into the energy around that time. What's interesting about Beltane is that it's the exact opposite point of Samhain or Halloween. So this is the halfway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice, of course, in the northern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere is flip-flopped, but it's like the same themes of Halloween or Samhain, just a different lens. And Halloween is all about kind of like death and fall. Things are dying. We're releasing a lot of things. We're connecting with our ancestors or with ghosts. While Beltane, on the other hand, really symbolizes birth. We are in the middle of spring. Everything is so abundant outside. It is so green right now where I live. And it is so just like exciting to see that. But it's also a really good time to connect with like nature spirits and elementals and just go outside and connect with nature in general. The veil is very thin, just like in Halloween, because we're in that midway point. So the ability to communicate between our 3D reality and the other realms is a little bit easier on this holiday, so they say. I'm going to experiment with that for sure. So what themes are we tuning into in this season for Beltane? Themes of creation. So maybe something wants to be birthed through you, like an idea or a project. It doesn't have to be a physical child, but that's what spring is all about, is birth, and like what creations want to be formed through you. What are you excited about? What lights you up? What are you passionate about? It's always important to tune into that energy throughout the whole year, but especially right now, those energies are super powerful, along with abundance. Like I said before, if you just look outside, everything is thriving right now. That is something I'm going to do in this video, is go and get some flowers and really just have the energy of abundance and blooming throughout our entire home. There are so many beautiful flowers that I want to place on the outside of our home, as well as growing some herbs. I tried to do a full garden a few years ago, and I was like, that is so much more work than I anticipated. A lot of you may be like, yeah, it's a lot of work. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start small and do some herbs like lavender, rosemary, thyme on our deck, because we get so much sunlight out there, and I feel like that is a really good place to start. And then I can use those herbs for my practice and for different things I do in here and for my magical ways. Another huge theme of Beltane is fire, which I do plan on having a bonfire later. I think we're going to cook some food outside that we have left over from our camping trip we did last weekend. But if you've seen the pictures of like the huge bonfires from like ancient Celtic festivals, that's usually Beltane. And just the energy of fire is like transformation and releasing and passion. And again, it's about being like lit up internally about the different things that you're excited about in life. And the big bonfires just like symbolizes that. So that's a beautiful way to celebrate Beltane, or any time in the season. You can light a candle in your house or have a bonfire outside, and really kind of helps get rid of that stagnant energy that maybe you're hanging on to from early spring or winter. And lastly, it's about just like enjoying the simple things. I mean, isn't it always about that? But especially right now, the simple pleasures in life, like a warm cup of coffee or tea, or going outside and putting your feet in the grass, looking at the sun coming through the trees. That's one of my favorite things to do right now. I have so many clips of that in my videos because I think it's just so magical. Or hearing the birds outside, or just what are the simple things that you can enjoy right now in this season. So those are some ways that I'm celebrating Beltane. So come along with me as I just enjoy celebrating this holiday and enjoy embodying my witchy ways, because that is my word for this year, is magic and having more magic. And I just love celebrating the wheel of the year because it really helps me just be present in each season and just stay connected to like the natural way of the world and not force things in my life. This is the lineup for my little windowsill thing. And then we're gonna put the herbs plus one flower in this pot. So hopefully that works. We'll see. I really am a beginner when it comes to so many of these things, like gardening and baking and really just being witchy in general. But I think that's okay. You have to start somewhere, and it's a really great practice of just being curious and not knowing the answers, but just like letting the adventure guide you. And I think that is a beautiful example of the season we're in as well. Like, we are birthing things, we are curious, we are trying things out, and we're gonna mess up. That's okay. That is life, and it is beautiful. That's how you grow and evolve. And it's a really great practice of letting my intuition guide me. Like, as I'm picking out these flowers and figuring out where I want to put them around my house, I'm just tuning into how it feels for me in my body and letting things that are less studied, like my intuition, guide me in these choices. And I think that is such a powerful practice. Alright, baking with a toddler is definitely not an easy task, but when he asks to join, I always say yes, because I want him to feel welcomed here And even though it does take twice as long, like these are the moments that I'm gonna look back on and be so glad that I did say yes and that I have it documented here. He's just so eager to help, and of course, even when he gets older, I want him to like help me with things around the house. So every time he asks to help, I always say yes, and I just love his eagerness and how excited he gets. Children are such beautiful reminders and like enjoying the simple things, and I never want to forget that. Also, I think it's fun to bake for any holiday, so of course for each of the Sabbats I'm gonna try to bake something. I have enjoyed baking so much in the season of life, really the past few years. I mean, I just follow a recipe, so I'm not like an expert baker by any means. Again, I think it's totally okay to be a beginner at something, but the joy of using my hands and creating something from nothing and enjoying the tasty treats afterwards is so fun and enjoyable and aligning for me, and it's just been such a magical practice. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I'm celebrating this Sabbat, specifically Beltane. I'm trying to record videos for every single one of the Sabbats this year. I already have a video for Imbolc and the spring equinox, and of course I'm going to try to do them for the rest of this year as well. So subscribe if you're interested in that. I also have so many different videos on here about being witchy and magical and just trying to live an aligning, fulfilling, and present life, especially when it comes to motherhood and all the lessons that I learn along the way. So thank you so much for your time and energy. Leave any of your feedback down below in the comments. I love hearing from all of you. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with anyone else you think would enjoy it as well. I'm sending you so much love, all the highest vibes, and of course I will see you in the next video.